And I am very proud to have Lacey, the Lady Schuckman, live here on the Fightlete Report. She takes on Brenda Gonzalez, January 30th. Shane Mosley's Throwdown Productions, a great mixed martial arts show that we'll be able to hopefully see on internet streaming pay-per-view. Have you guys found that out yet? The information
No, it's on Comcast Sports.
Comcast Sports.
Oh, it's going to be shown live on Comcast?
Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome. We're going to make sure to have a fight party for that.
I got to get me some sponsors now. Hold up. I'm going to be televised. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have abs, Lacey.
It's funny.
That
Lacey,
sounds good.
So do you always have abs?
I've been asking him over and over, how can we watch the fight? And finally you answered it.
Take it for a girl who knows, okay?
Exactly. And Lacey, you know, you're coming off a long layoff, but you've always been trained. With your husband, Randall, I know he's done some boxing fights. I've been keeping up with him as well. How important is that during your time between fights, the layoff, you know, from April to now?
You know, with having him compete, you know, we already have to kind of like come up with a balance on who's going to compete when, you know, what training camp people's in. We also have, you know, our team of fighters that we have to keep, you know, in the back of our head as well. So, you know, between the two of us, he's stayed really busy this year, so that's helped a lot. But, you know, and now it's my turn, it's my chance. So I had to jump on the opportunity, you know.
And you've just signed your contract with Invicta FC earlier this year. I know you're waiting for your next opponent with them, but who would you like to fight?
You know, I have quite a few because I'm interested in both the 105 and the 115 class. So, you know, they've offered me some people that haven't competed for Invicta yet. So I'd like to see them compete on an Invicta card before, you know, I take those challenges on. But there's definitely some girls on the roster I'd be interested in. You know, I think that me and Katja Kancampo would be a great fight. You know, I don't know that that's something that they could do, but it's, you know, definitely I have my eye on the prize. So, you know, give me someone that's competed in Invicta and I'll put on a great show.
Oh, sure. Why not? She is a strawweight champion, but, you know, you're going to be competing at atomweight as well. So maybe, you know, so why not have your eyes on the prize of both her and Michelle Watterson? You know, I don't blame you at all. I'm not hating on you at all.
Doing what they're doing with her, so
yes.
You know, there's not a whole lot going on in the 115 class other than redeveloping it for Invicta. So you know, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, and Kancampo would be a great fight. She had a great fight against Stephanie Egic.
Mm-hmm.
And my next question comes from a fan from Twitter. Would you like to answer a question from a fan?
Sounds good.
Okay, DJ Bounce. He asks you, who has been your greatest influence on your women's mixed martial arts journey, and why?
Oh, that's a tough question. Yeah, I don't know. I probably will be boring and say like my coach or something. I don't know. I guess if we say a big name star, then I'd say girls like Ronda Rousey or Chris Cyborg. You know, they've been pretty influential. But I guess if I say my ultimate like person that I look up to will always be Bruce Lee, because he was always about, you know, improving yourself, always getting better every single day, never being satisfied with what you have, keeping the circle of martial arts going. So I would say probably Bruce Lee then.
Oh, okay, excellent.
I can agree with that. That's a good choice.
Yeah,
excellent choice.
Yeah. Never stop evolving, right?
Definitely.
You better not. You better keep evolving. I mean, this is a new animal from my eyes, you know, because like I said, I remember when y'all didn't exist at all.
Yeah, right.
Right, wow.
And now I'm on a fight card with you.
Women have come a long way
Oh my
in
God.
this industry. I
remember the first ring girl in MMA. You know, y'all, it does sound funny. People laugh at the craziness I say, but you go, wait a minute, this jabroni might be telling the truth. Hey, Lacey, as crazy as it sounds, watch this, y'all. Watch this. I ran with the Bulls.
That's gangster.
Climbing the Pyramid of Giza wearing a kilt.
Of course. It wouldn't be a Shonie thing if it weren't with a kilt.
And a top hat.
How many kilts do you have, Shonie?
I only have 2 now because I gave one away.
What?
Yeah.
You gave one away?
Well, I got to get a new one because my daughter's getting married, and they're wearing kilts because I circumvented the powers that be, being her. She didn't like the idea of her dad walking around in a kilt. I was like, hey, you better do your lunges, and you better tell your bridesmaids watch out because Dad do squats and deadlifts and lunges, and my calves are rather pronounced. I'm just saying.
So he works out. We can tell.
No, a little bit, just a little bit. But no, I mean, it's crazy cool because I'm sitting there talking with you about all this, and it's fight common sense craziness. Because I mean, you naming some of the athletes that inspired you, and I remember Megumi. I remember Debbie Purcell. Aaron.
Debbie's one of my sponsors.
Oh, kid! I remember I did an autograph signing for her years ago.
Awesome.
Yeah, I remember her in Las Vegas choking out a Chippendale dancer.
I can believe it. She's a badass.
Yeah, Debbie's like legit.
Oh, she's the real deal.
Yeah, real deal. And the fact is, you get to work out and known these epic legends in MMA from the woman's perspective. And this is why I told Sean I wanted to bring Rachel in, because a lot of times in MMA we get to talking about MMA from the guy's perspective. But I really, really want to see you ladies wear CoverGirl and Maybelline and all the women feminine care products.
It's part of branding. I mean, after it's over, it's
right.
You got to do something.
I mean, think about it. How many guys have Floyd Mayweather knocked out? None.
You mean how many he chose? And let's not get on that
subject. No, the reason why I'm bringing him up on an MMA show is because his branding is that he's undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
once he loses, who is Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like the rest of them. That guy walks around with a bunch of money, has a guy carrying $1 million sack, which is 105 pounds, by the way.
And women washing his back in the bathtub. Yeah, that's sexy.
Hey, Eddie Murphy did it in Coming to America when he was Prince of Zamunda.
That's a movie, man.
I know, but that's why Floyd Mayweather got that from, because I'm sorry. I don't care how much money you got. You ain't got nobody washing your back. A woman washing your back because she can, unless that was his
just
wife.
think it's degrading. I'm sorry. That's just me. Let me stop.
Let's forget about Floyd. I'm not
Thank
trying
you.
to keep up with him.
Yeah, right.
It's like keeping up with the Joneses. I just don't do it.
That's a whole nother show, folks.
So, other than this stuff with you in MMA, I mean, hubby's is he more of a boxer? You say he's a boxer, right?
My husband?
Yes.
No, he's an MMA fighter, but he's boxing too. He's still an amateur, but because we were trying to go to the Olympics, and he didn't have enough boxing matches yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he's putting a push for that. I've been keeping up with him.
Oh, kick ass! I mean,
and you and your husband Randall both. I've talked to you about the years. You said for both of you, your faith is important. Your fight careers. Can you speak how that's helped you so far?
I couldn't do it every day without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He makes me push through training, push through fights. Whenever I feel weak, I always have someone to lean on. I always have words of encouragement to go to the Bible and read, and so that's very important to me. Without that, I don't think that I could do as well as I do, compete as well as I do, or be the person that I am.
I love to hear that come out your mouth, because as crazy as that, I always tell people I'm a Christian. I'm a bad Christian. I'm an angel, but I'm an archangel.
We're all sinners. We're all sinners, Shonie.
I know, but
that's right.
I mean, even the Lord had angels that went to war, and and I choose to be one. That's the path I chose. And having someone a couple that's evenly yoked, if you will, y'all both working in the same direction towards a common goal. That's really cool, because a lot of times when you hear about professional athletes or celebrities, you only know about that person, but you don't hear about the significant other being a supportive, piece of the puzzle. And being that both of you understand that, there are sacrifices that must be made to achieve a goal, and you both have a common goal.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
And I tell people, all the years of working in this industry, it is extremely hard to have somebody truly in your corner, whether he's rubbing your back or you rubbing his after that training session or, whatever, rough day at the office.
No, it's so true, because all the time, like, we battled with that in the beginning, because we had a lot of ego towards each other. We were always in competition. We were always trying to, I want to fight. Well, we can't fight at the same time, or, blah, blah, blah. It was always a fight. We finally had to get over that to get better, and then now it's to the point where he's getting ready to embark on his professional career, and we were able to do it right in his amateur career because of what I've been through. So no matter what, we're always benefiting one another, and helping each other to improve and reach that next level.
That's beautiful.
Now, how many fights does he have now?
He's on his 31st amateur fight.
Oh, Lord. Really?
Yeah. He's got 18 amateur MMA fights, and then he's 2-0 in Muay Thai, and then he's, 10 and something in boxing.
What the deuce? Okay, Lacey, I'm going to tell you, this is another 100 moment for Shonie. I do not believe in extended careers in MMA. Do your 5 or 6.
I appreciate that you're on.
I tell people, I'm like, hey, look here. Burn that 5 or 6, whatever you're doing, and get right to it. Because I always tell amateurs this, and I'm going to tell you to tell him. Okay, you're fighting on my card, on the same card as I am. Let's say hubby was on the fight card with us, and he's an amateur. I get cut, you get cut, he gets a black eye.
Yeah.
We got a paycheck. He got a crazy story to tell.
Yeah.
And y'all got kids?
No, fuck no.
Okay, hey, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is that if he's going to work, nobody wants to see the employee come to work with a black eye.
Right.
Yeah.
I go to bed eventually, I'll wake up eventually. Every day. And when the guys or people who have a certain level of proficiency, because I mean, Rhonda didn't have no extended career in amateur MMA.
No way.
No, she was straight from the Olympics.
Well, no, she went like 7-0 as an amateur.
Yeah, but that's not extended. That's not extended.
Right.
Yeah, it's very short.
Yeah, very short. As a matter of fact, you're right, because she went from there right to King of the Cage, I believe it was, or some other little offshoot organization, which I'm not knocking King of the Cage because I've held the belt for him. But what I'm saying is that I don't want to see amateur MMA fighters go. Like, I know a few of them here in Chicago. One guy's Chepe Mariscal, Jose Mariscal, and he's an amateur world champion in MMA. He fought the world tournament in Las Vegas.
Yeah. At the last expo.
Right. Nice. And I was like, dude, you going to go pro yet? What the devil? What the devil? And Angelo Rivera, Jose Torres, I'm like, go pro. You get a detached retina. You got, amateur belts to say I was once this gangster boogie dude? No.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I feel you. It's been a long time coming, because I started out and we had bad management, we had bad coaching, we had bad training, and so we went through a lot of really rough stuff in the sport. And so, like I said, we kind of learned from my experiences and got him the experience he needs so that when he takes that leap next year, he'll be so ready. He'll be so prepared. There won't be, there's no surprises at that point. I jumped into it really young and I was really naive and I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And if I could go back, I would. But now that we've learned all of that, I think that he's right at the point where, you want people to tell you to go pro. You don't want to just go pro. You know what I mean? So That's why I'm really excited, because he's worked towards that, and now people are telling him, you need to go pro. So I totally see what you're saying.
Right. I always worry about that with, your generation. I'm like, do not let them use you up.
Yeah, totally. No, that's the problem. And these promoters will. They'll use you up to spit you out and forget about you the next day.
Well, Lacey, I want to thank you very much for being on the Fight Report. We're almost out of time here, but I want to just ask you, what's your prediction for your big fight against Brenda Gonzalez, January 30th, and what would you like to say to your fans?
Well, first of all, I think that the fight with Brenda is going to be really exciting. I know that she's an excellent boxer. I'm very proficient at boxing as well, so I think it'll be a stand-up war, but I also know that when it goes to the ground, I have the upper hand, so it should be exciting wherever it goes.
Excellent.
And then as far as my fans, I just want to thank everyone for the support. I just want to thank my sponsors, 90 Degree by Reflex, Bondi Band, Fighter Girls, Grip Mouth Guards, Just a Girl, BJJ, Mass Destruction MMA, and my newest sponsor, Amber Sports. And thank you guys for having me on the show. Thanks, Rach. Thanks, Shonie. Thank you, Sean.
Oh, thank you very much, Lacey. It's always a pleasure to have you on. I want to thank you for being on the first Fight Report, too. Had to work out some kinks, but we'll have this as a podcast as well. So we'll definitely promote you guys. Anything we could do to help you, let us know.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Okay, appreciate
Lacey.
you being on the show. Thank you very much, Lacey.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
If you didn't know, former WWE superstar CM Punk is now going to fight in the UFC. On the Fightlete Report, we'll have all the important updates leading up to our hometown middleweight hero stepped into the octagon for his first fight. Speaking of hometown, listen to original MMA coverage, UFC